I really do wish there was a way we can escape this, said Max. To a completely better railway that can take care of engines and rolling stock like us, said Karen. I agree, you two. I don't know how much longer I can take the abuse of all these diesels, added Helen. The three friends then thought and thought of ways that they can find another railway that would take in them all. Just then, Helen had an idea. Aha! I've got it, she said. What was that, Helen? Said Max. You said you had an idea? Added Karen. My guard should have a map of various railways around the United Kingdom. One of them has to be able to take in all of us. Well, alright then, Helen, said Max. If you're sure, said Karen. So Helen talked to her guard and showed all three of them the map of several railways around the UK. So there's this railway here called the Southeastern Railway. It's run by steam engines currently, and there should be enough room for us since they're looking for some more engines and rolling stock to join their roster, he said. Well, that's great, said Karen. It seems like that's our new home, said Max. Well, you two, said Helen, it seems like we'll be heading towards the Southeastern Railway, our new home. The only question is, said Helen, how are we going to find our way to the Southeastern Railway? Added Karen. Actually, you girls may have a point, said Max. Well, Max, said Jumper, me and Karen's crews can look at our phones and see if we can find a good, clear route to the Southeastern Railway. All right then, driver, fire away, said Max. After a couple moments of scrolling on the internet, they soon found a good route, and they then turned their attention back towards the engines. All right then, old boy, we found a clear way to the S.E.R. He shows the phone to them. All right, looks like we got ourselves a plan, said Max. You two will have to fill up on cold water before we leave, said Helen. Well then, said Max, we better get refueled. We'll go do that real quick and be right back, Helen, said Karen. And so the two moved out to go get refueled. After Karen and Max had refueled on coal and water, Max then backed down onto Helen to go start their trip, but they had to go get something else from the yards first. Right then, are you two ready to go? Said Max. Max, before we leave, could we have another look around the old yard just one more time? Okay then, said Max. We'll have a look around the yard one more time. And so the three friends went to have a look around their old yard one more time. They stopped at a corner of the yard and then looked over. Hey, said Karen, what are those coaches doing over there? Max then looked over and saw what his girlfriend saw. There on the sides were some 4 cream and green coaches, one having line, and the other one was a GWR red coach in chocolate brown. They all look very sad in the signings. Maybe we should go check and see if they're okay, said Max. Maybe we're bringing them along with us to our new home. Sure, said Karen. Let's go. They soon went over to the signs to the 5 old coaches. Hello, said Karen. Who might all of you be? I'm Sofia, said the old coach. I used to work on a GWR many years ago, but I've been withdrawn from service. And we used to be used on suburban passenger trains around here many years ago. But we also been withdrawn from service and been placed on the side out of the way, as more better, bigger coaches take our place. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, said Karen. So are we, said Max and Helen from the back. But say, how'd you like to come along with us to our new home on the Southeastern Railway? Really? Said Sofia. You would do that for us? Of course, said Max. The railway we're going to is looking for more engines and rolling stock like us for its roster. You'd be perfect additions to the railway, said Helen from the back. Oh, thank you, said the 4 branch line coaches. Can't thank you enough for your help. No problem, said Karen. Now let's get turned around and we'll couple you all up. And so, the 3 friends backed up and began to turn around and start their journey to the Southeastern Railway with their new friends. With that, Max then shunted Helen to the side and then went to grab Sofia to put in front of Helen. There we go, said Max, all coupled up. Then he moved the both of them forward to make way for Karen to get the other 4 coaches. Soon, Karen backed down to the other 4 coaches. There we go. Now let's get going, she said. Soon the 2 engines and the rolling stock were all set to go for their new home on the Southeastern Railway. Alright then, we got everyone, said Max. Is everybody ready? Called Karen. We're ready, said the coaches. I'm ready as well, called Helen from the back. And so they all set off for their new home on the Southeastern Railway. The friends traveled along the line together, making their way up the line. They then arrived at a station and saw LMS Black 5 sitting on one of the platforms looking very sad. Well, hello there, said Max. Hardly see any black flies around these parts. Why do you look so sad, though, said Karen. I've been withdrawn from service and I'm soon to be sent to the scrapyard, said the Black 5. Do you have a name? Said Karen. 45153, said the engine, but my crew and I call myself Noah. Well then, Noah, said Max, you're more than welcome to come with us to the railway we're going to. We're going to the Southeastern Railway. It's a place where engines and rolling stock like us can be preserved. Thanks, you two, said Noah. I appreciate it. And with that, all 3 then set off. With that, Noah then coupled up behind Helen, and they all set off. And away they went.